NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Check out. Ready. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, let's get this. Check.
Off of play action. Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke King. Guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready. Black 25. Here we go.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Winston. They'll find Miller. That's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And finding Keelan Cole. A 3rd down gain of 19. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
The first down throw for Winston. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll throw again. Winston. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short.
Ready? Blue ready. Here we go. Here we go. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. Go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A run with Josh Adams, the Eagles' leading rusher as a rookie last year. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hold-up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Derrick Henry. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Check out.
3rd and long, it's locked. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Colts pick it up. In our meetings this week, they kind of tipped us off. They wanted to play ultra-aggressive, forcing fumbles. They just did that right there.
They took it to the next level, didn't they? You're exactly right, because everyone talks about being aggressive on defense and tackling well, but they were talking about getting after the football, making sure the ball was stripped out each and every time they lined up someone to get them on the ground.
And the adjustment working early. On first down, Miller. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
3 down, 3 down. Let's go.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, batted free. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
We own them.
Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 32-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw on 2nd and 6. Luck. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 6-0 our score after 1. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. It's Locke. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
On now is the Titans punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting 6s on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Love. His throw incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Luck. And he can't quite corral it defensively. Maybe some space to go the other direction if he had caught it. That brings up 4th down now. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. And this a 39-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got
Cordero Patterson. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
We got this.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check out.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Room here to run. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Let's go!
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Check out. Right, 675. Right, 54. Right here, right here. Check 3, check 3. Reggie. Check 15.
A first down carry for Henry. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Henry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense and at times will actually make checks just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Yeah, Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Winston now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 33 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Ready? Flag. What is that? Max 50. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Let's go. Green, triple T. You can't block me.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
From the 31, Winston. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Jameis now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Miller, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Jameis now on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
51 to Mike, boys, 51. Watch the screen. Pass. Mike,
on 3rd down, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. With the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Let's go.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Going up top for Cup. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Underneath for Miller. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Winston. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. Sanders' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. This is Miller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Switch. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Green, triple team.
They run the jet sweep with Patterson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He's not going to get me.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Winston. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Credit the sack to Jonathan Hankins. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Mike's 50. Mike.
On third down, Miller. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey.
From the red zone now, Winston. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Luck now to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On now is the Titans punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking on the midfield logo. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Elsewhere, they have gone to the second half in Carolina. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Watch twist. One more. Sunday.
On first down, it's Miller. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go.
On 2nd and a yard, Winston. And he's going to go down. down. They get to him back at the 40. D. Ford in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Winston from the gun on third down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
50, you ready? 51 to Mike. Watch the out, watch the out.
Winston now to throw on first down. Completes it to Aguilar. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Here's Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Emmanuel Sanders, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Sanders on for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Next to score, Colts 33, Titans 10. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
No problem there on the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? But everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 30.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead cut down to 9.
Makes the score Colts 33, Titans 24.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I'm speechless. I'm without speech. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Play fake. Winston. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he steps up, and time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. D. Ford racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
To throw, Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Let's go one more.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Lott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Titans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Lott. He's going to air one out. It got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
1st down, Titans.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Lott. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Leonard Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now a play fake, and it's Lott. And the pressure gets to him again. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Matt Judon there to bring him down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now this throw caught left side, and he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ready? Ready? Hey.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
It's a loss of a yard. Bringing in 4th.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Indianapolis, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Titans, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.